JQ Crafty here. What you just saw me doing in sped up mode was me doing week 3. Week 3 for the scrapping organization is basically, so you've kind of decided what you kind of thought about what you wanted to do, assessed with a layout, and now you're going to decide, do I have just one area of concern or a couple areas, or do I need to go all out? I'm more on the go all out thing where I have a couple areas that work for me, but everything else needs to go. So what I was doing is pulling all my little cubes and all my little containers out of my cube system. I really like my cube system. It's not going anywhere. So I'm going to use that to work with me. And I have a lot of containers that go in the cube systems. I think I have enough that I fill them up and then some. So basically week 3 is now then either going all out and literally emptying everything into boxes, labeling, decluttering. You're cleaning, essentially. Essentially, you're cleaning. So that was the start of me doing that. I'm going to also tackle it a little bit, like, I'm going to kind of go through things slowly as I do all the other weeks because my stuff is semi-organized. For example, I have a box I pulled out. This box, for example, it is all beads and stuff. But there's also some random, like, photo albums in here and things. But it's mostly beading, old jewelry making kits. So I'm going to figure out when I get to kind of that section, which I think is going to be more miscellaneous. Let's see. That might be more miscellaneous and stuff. I can't remember. Or that could be under embellishments. I don't know. I'm just kind of looking. Yeah, that's going to be... Oh, that could be under embellishments or under cards. I think under embellishments. I'll kind of go through this that week as well. I'll organize this better that week because it is semi-organized already. But what you're going to want to do is if you're not semi-organized and you're starting basically from scratch again, is you're going to want to take everything out, label, like sell, toss, give away, keep, and start grouping your things into their categories where they would go based on like that a space assessment handout or whatever works for you. If certain things you want it to be grouped together, you want it to be grouped together. So that's what I started doing, is pulling out all the ones I know that I want to work on and kind of putting some other things back in. Like I left most of my sewing stuff in place and I like where my washi tape is, but during that week that I'm going to be doing that, I will probably organize my washi tape, but I like where it's at as well as like my inks and stuff. I like where those are at too. So all the other things I kind of wanted to rearrange, so they all got pulled out and maybe like rethink how the containers work, because I have an organizer that is semi-organized, but I don't like the way it's done. And I have another like container that I think I would rather have my ephemera in, and I found a really neat way to do ephemera. So yeah, but that's what you do this week, is you just pull everything out and you start decluttering and going through everything. So I figured what I would do at this time, even though you guys are seeing this kind of a week or so into October, I would go through what I made in September, my layouts, because at this point of me I'm doing this stuff kind of ahead of when I'm scheduling it to air for you guys, just because that way I stay on top of it. Because I'm going to have some stuff coming up that I'm not going to have time to do some layouts, and I have Oktoberfest with Scraptastic that I'm going to be working on in October, so I'll move the stuff out of the way. But anyway, so week 3 is basically pulling everything out and kind of starting to organize and figure out what you're going to keep, what you're going to throw away, that kind of thing. So I'm also going to be working on that as I go. These are the layouts I made in September. This one, so I don't think I did a ton of videos in September. I was pretty busy, and I feel like I just haven't had the time to set aside as much lately either, which is kind of a bummer, but I'm hoping I can set aside more time here. I'm just looking. When did I? Oh, yeah. I'm hoping I can set aside more time here in October, and all those cards I had done, I want to finish when I did that. And I totally spaced out and forgot to do my off the board hop. in September. So my goal is to make sure I do one for October. I totally spaced and I was really sad, but my August off the board with pineapple papers that I did, I still have to finish some of those cards. I got some of them done, but I still have to finish some of those cards. So that is going to be a goal. I figured I would go through what I did in September and what my goals are for October, not only continuing this organization, but I still have my hot mess kit that I have, which I'll show you. So I want to finish those cards, which isn't too many. I just literally need to sit down and do it. And then I don't even want to. I have this semi-organized. This is going to be really close for you. But here are still some this is something I bought for organization. Here are some like partial kits and lots of partial things. This is just sticker sheets that I want to get done. I still want to get used up in October. So that is my goal, is to get this stuff used up. And since I'm going to be going through and organize pattern paper and kits and stuff here in October also, then I will be going through this stuff and throwing out stuff that I know I'm not going to use or putting it in a donate bin. Because I have a crop coming up at the end of October as well, that I probably will take a pile of things for like the giveaway table. So this is still kind of my hot mess kit, what I'm working on, leftover kits. And then I'm hoping we can jump into newer stuff for November. So that's my goal. Still work on that. Try and get that demolished in the process of organizing things. So that's why I didn't want to start a whole new kit, because where I have my collections might be moving. I'm still not clear on that if I want that. Okay. So September. This is actually the last one I did. And I had pictures. So what I did is every once in a while from Shutterfly, I get like those, Sunday freebies, and you get one free, it was like 16 by 20 poster. And you can make them a collage. And then sometimes what I'll do is I'll do one of those, like it's free, and I'll put a ton of pictures on it, and then I cut them apart, and then they're in fun different sizes. They're in smaller format, bigger format. You can do the collages however, except for I always forget that they don't tell you that not only, you get 14 by 16 or 16 by 20, I don't remember what the size is. You get this poster, but they put a border on it this thick. So when you order your pictures and you think they're going to be a decent size, they end up that small. So I reordered these two pictures and a couple other ones. And these beautiful ones of my niece, because this is a page for her book. This one maybe would have worked, but I wanted this one to go with it. So yeah, it won't work. And I have a regular 12 by 12 album for her, so I don't want a 12 by 12 page with these tiny pictures. I mean, some people maybe can do that. I can't do it. I can't. I need bigger pictures, especially when it's like these two pictures were the picture. But anyway, so I did this picture, and I wanted to use some of my Spiegelman scrap sequence, and I wanted, it's still wet. That's how recent I did this. And I wanted to use some of my stuff from my Creative Cuts August kit. My September one should be coming soon, I believe Christina said. So I used the sequence that we got in our August kit, and then these adorable ice cream cones. And it's just a cute little layout about my niece and her trying ice cream for the first time and then falling in love with it, basically. So I did a lot of journaling down here. And this is the layout I did. And it satisfied a couple... Oh my gosh, there's cat hair everywhere. It satisfied a couple challenges as well that for Scraptember through Creative Inspiration group that I'm in. So these two pictures will be bigger in a 4x6 right there. So I did that. I did this one for the paper issues. Is it the sketch challenge? Possibly. And I doubled it. So I'm pretty sure the sketch was here, and it had three or four small pictures here, and then the title here. And so I decided to kind of make my pictures obviously bigger and still have my title, but then also flip it and do kind of the same thing on the other side and do a 2-page layout of my son's first birthday. So that was fun, and I used a ton of this kit up. I don't know if I used it all, but I used a lot of it, and I had a lot of fun popping some stuff up on foam and adding these little embellishments from my stash, and kind of in the process, you know, I've been emptying my shelves, so I'm finding things that I forgot I had. So I did this layout. And I did this one also for a challenge. Did a lot of mixed media and used an ugly piece of paper. Did I have a video on this one? I think I did. I think I have a process video on this one, guys, from earlier in the month. Yeah, I think I may have. This one was super fun. Did some stitching, used my We Are Memory Keepers stitching wheel that I always forget that I have. My paper piercing is the wheel. And I did that and got a lot of embellishments done. This embellishment, I've had this kind of sitting here to use up. This is the last one, and I have a layout I'm going to use it on. So I'm super excited that I was going to be gone. This layout was really fun, and the other papers that were in this kit I have plans for as well. But yeah, this was also, I think, a scrap lift from Paper Issues. This is a Confessions of a Paper Editor cut file and some Spiegelmoss scrap sequins. I love this one. Used up some old ephemera, or not old, new. Used some puffy stickers from my August Creative Cuts Club. I didn't get my August one until closer to the, or my September one, I mean, till the end of the month. Or August one. Yeah, August one till like September, so. Yep, good on that one. This is also Creative Cuts Club. Did this for a challenge, for Scraptember challenges. Use this lovely cloud cut file and backed it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Use some washi tape that came in with this kit. My son actually picked out these. They're like leather stickers. There's one of a hot dog, one of the fries, and I think one of a burger. I can't remember. But yeah, they're fun. They add a really cool texture and dimension. And this was also, I believe, the Pinterest challenge for Paper Issues as well, the colors. Or no, it actually might have been the TSR color and the Scrap Room color challenge. Yeah, that's what it was. The Scrap Room color challenge. I did this. I did this one. Did some stamping and some stamps I didn't have and realized I have a really bad white and I need a better white. Oh. I have to glue that on. Let's see, let's do. Now it's gonna pretend like it's gonna stick. Don't mind me just adding adhesive to a page. There we go. But yeah, I did some stamping. Oh my goodness. Chipboard, I'm telling you. Loses its... I think I glued that one. I need to do that one too. Oh my goodness. I thought I did this already. I think maybe I made a mental note that I would need to and I didn't. Maybe that's what happened. I know I glued those ones down. That one and that one. Yep. Okay. This one I did. And I added glossy accents to the top of my stickers just to give it a little dimension. I really like, I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but I really like the way that turned out. It adds another texture, really. Page all about my son wearing his dino tail. Lots of fussy cutting was involved. A lovely cut to you cut file, and then a paper issues free cut file. And a sketch from the scrap room. Here's a few of the cards that I actually finished. Did some stamping and popped stuff up. They're white on the inside. So those are 3 of them I did. I thought they were kind of fun. I have way more to do. This one I used so many different random things. I've had this cut file that I cut out a long time ago. And this was a challenge. I don't remember which one this was. This is a paper issues challenge as well, though. But yeah, this is like 3 different partial kits. And then some random buttons that I had that I'm like, I'm never going to use these on anything else. And I believe the color inspiration, this might have been in the Pinterest or the Adspiration maybe, had some like bronze gold in it. So I figured I'd bring in the bronze, and yeah, I really like the way this turned out. I actually, ironically, did 3 layouts this, in September that the title was Smile, but they're all going to be in different albums. So I thought it was funny. This one was a favorite. I tried out the bubble wrap technique on the background. And then this kit, this collection was so fun. There is a process video, I believe, for this. Maybe, maybe not. Don't remember. But I really, really like the way this turned out. Our fishing adventures. And then this one was a layout I did for the scrapping inspiration. We had to do kind of monochromatic, so yep, that's what this is. My kiddo and all his faces. This one was really fun. and this is that stinking chicken that I, from that other kit that I didn't know where I could get it, and you know what? It goes really well right there. And some Spiegel Mom scrap sequence. Yeah. I really like the way this one came out. This one was cute. And I'm glad I finally got a page done for his baby album. All these albums are really for my kid. That's what most of them are for. But this one, like, I have his baby album. It's been half done since right after he was born. So, yeah, that's it. I know you saw my my kit for this month, so you know what I'm gonna be working on, and yeah, that's what you have it. So week 3, pull all your stuff out, go through it. Or if you have problem areas, pull all that stuff out, go through it. If you have areas that you don't have any problems with, just leave it. That's fine. But all the other areas, pull out, go through it. And then next week we will start organizing our card stack and patterned paper. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.